Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk. I am your host Boise and I have a bit of a question. So this has been running around on our WhatsApp group for some time here and I thought I'd see if I can make a good little video out of it. The question was, with our group was, will AEW's Double or Nothing be a success and will it be better than what WWE is offering as a pay-per-views of late? Now, the first part of this question is quite simple. Yes, it's already a success and it hasn't even started. By the time this video gets posted, it will only be a few hours away before Double or Nothing. Reason it's a success, look at how well it's been put together. It sold out in 4 minutes, the hype has been absolutely stellar, and the advertisement for this pay-per-view is not something I have seen in a long time. I don't think the last time I saw a pay-per-view this well hyped was when Cena versus Brock was happening. Cena versus The Rock happened, and I think everyone was just excited to see that match. So yes, on that half, AEW's Double or Nothing is already a massive success, and that's fantastic and it's great to see and it's going to be impressive. But how did they get to this point? How did they get to a point where it was going to be a success? Well, first things first, let's look at it like this. AEW are built up from All In. All In was such a massive success, and that was through fans wanting to see change in the industry, and that's something AEW have really marketed themselves on. They've looked at the past and gone, well, what did WCW do? Well, WCW said they were better than WWF, and AEW have gone, right, we're going to do the polar opposite of that. We're not going to say we're better than WWE, we're going to be an alternative to WWE, which they have claimed to be. Instead of being sports entertainers, they are professional wrestlers, which again makes fans happy because that's what we've wanted to be saying for a long time. They are entertainers, they're wrestlers, for God's sake. And others is, if the fans want this wrestler to do well, we will book them to do well. We will push them until you tell us to stop pushing them. Again, this is something wrestling fans have wanted to see, especially when you look at the previous pay-per-views which have happened in WWE. Look at what's happening with Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank was a fine pay-per-view right to the end when Brock Lesnar won the main event, which made a lot of fans go, screw this, I'm just going to watch AEW, I just can't wait for Double or Nothing to come up, and so on and so forth. And then now you've got the next pay-per-view, which is going to be Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia, which again, a lot of fans are going, well, this is stupid, you're telling everyone it's going to be better than WrestleMania, which has annoyed a lot of fans again, saying, screw this, I'm going to go and watch AEW and stick to Double or Nothing. So on that front, AEW is going to beat what WWE are offering right now as pay-per-views. But is it? Now that is the big point of this question, and this was my big point on WhatsApp. I said, yes, the main roster's pay-per-views AEW will beat, but AEW's biggest competition isn't WWE, it is NXT. And for me, this is now opinion based, NXT is going to be better than what we get from AEW. Now I know what you're thinking, hold on, how can you say that? AEW is going to have a weekly show on TNA and ITV, so it's going to be huge. Yes, it is going to be absolutely massive. But I'm talking about a point of view from, look, I'm seeing it from this point of view. Double or Nothing is looking at a hardcore fan base. They are going for the fans who have been forgotten, who don't really enjoy what WWE are offering. But those fan bases actually have a home right now. And I think it's because we've just got so used to it being the best brand on the network, we've kind of taken it for granted for some time. And that is none other than NXT. NXT has been built brilliantly. The wrestlers who we want to see get pushed do get pushed. We have storylines which are entertaining and some of the best rivalries we have ever seen coming through NXT. So, with that said and done, will AEW's Double or Nothing beat NXT 25? And that's going to be an even harder question to answer. For me, no. For me, NXT 25 will be better than AEW's Double or Nothing. Look at the card, it only has 5 matches so far, but those 5 matches are already super exciting. You have Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong, Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze, the ladders match for the vacant tag team titles with Orkin Birch, Street Profits, Undisputed Era and the Forgotten Sons, Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai for the women's title. Then you have Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano, which has been built up absolutely fantastically from their TakeOver New York match. So yes, that for me is the better card compared to what AEW is offering me. AEW's 3 big matches for me are the only reasons I'm tuning in. Jericho versus Omega, yes, I want to see that again. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros, definitely want to see that. And then Cody versus Dustin, it's a match I've been wanting to see for years. Everything else, I honestly don't know if I want to see at AEW. And that's the big thing, I will watch every single match and I will critique it exactly the same as I would with the NXT brand. Now don't get me wrong, AEW do have a bit of an advantage. Right now they're getting the fans back on their side because pretty much the casual fans are intrigued with this new company and that will help them. But once the hype and everything's gone down, who will be AEW's biggest competition? Because end of the day, that's the biggest thing we've all been talking about. Once the hype and everything's done and the TV deals have been going for months and months and months, who will AEW be focusing on? Will it be WWE or will it be its real competition, NXT? And for me, NXT will most likely be the one which will be, again, weekly. Yes, the casual fans won't be joining in to watch NXT 25, and that gives AEW a huge advantage, but the hardcore fans will want to see NXT 25, and that's the biggest advantage for NXT. So right now, yes, one part of the question is, yes, AEW will be a huge success. It will beat the main roster WWE pay-per-views unless things change on the main roster WWE pay-per-views. But its biggest competition, NXT, will it beat that? I just can't see it. But what do you guys think? Do you think AEW will wipe the floor with WWE, or do you think NXT is really AEW's real competition? Leave it in the comments below. If you do like these videos, please like, subscribe and press the notification to keep up to date with everything we're up to here. And if you want to follow us on the old Twitter, it's at SmackTalkYouTube, and if you want to follow me on the old Twitter, it's at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Videos.